Just going back on Saliba briefly, when a defender is that young and playing in that position, I think it's inevitable there will be some mistakes at some point. Is it important that the outside world and the fans and us guys in the media don't overreact when that happens? Do we all need to stay patient with them as well?
Mistake as part of football at 21 and at 35, and they are going to happen. The mistakes that we want to happen are as much as possible on the training field, and if they happen on the pitch, that they don't cost you goals, and that's the objective. But inevitably, things would happen.
Do you accept that's the risk that you take when you play?
I always said, with especially young and a development portfolio or players that we have in our squad, you have to pay a bill, and that bill is that at some stage they're gonna make mistakes, they're gonna experience things for the first time, and they have to go through that process.
Did you? I know he was under contract when he came back, but you'd obviously done well in Marseille, finished second, qualified. Did you have to persuade him that he, to come back to Arsenal?
The reality is that he was very convinced and determined to come here. He had no other choice. He never suggested anything else. From first conversations that we had with him, that I had with him, you could see that he only had one intention: is to come here and start to play football matches for Arsenal.
And obviously, as you say, he's played one league game. People are sort of already billing him up as all sorts. Can you almost have to tell the fans, let's wait a bit, let's give him 6 months before we judge him?
I don't know. I think expectations or positive expectations are created when you see something special in the player, and it's obvious they've seen that. They see the talent. What I would say, instead of doing that, just protect the player. Let's protect him. Let's make sure that he has the right environment to fulfill his potential. And when things they don't go that well, that we are as good as we are when things are going well.
Last season, Mikel, you lost your first 3 games. There was always a sense you might be playing catch up. What would it do for your belief and your confidence if you could win the first 2, maybe the next 3, the first 3?
Well, it builds momentum. It brings a very different energy around the place and more confidence. And when those things happen, normally the team performs at a better level. So let's just keep continuing tomorrow, playing well. First of all, play well, play our game, and deserve to win the game.
Martin Keown was saying today on the radio that he feels the Arsenal team that he played in had some characters who basically you had to give them some leeway. They might be late, they might make some mistakes, but they needed to be kind of kept in, not exiled for that. I just wondered, do you have some flexibility in those non-negotiables that you talk about?
Yeah.
Give players leeway?
100%.
So what, I suppose the obvious question would be...
You cannot treat everybody the same. They are all different human beings, different needs. They need to release energy in very different ways, and we are here to understand that and try to facilitate that, because at the end we want the best. But they need to understand as well that in order to do that, there are moments to do that, and we have to share and pick those moments, because if not, everybody puts on here the time and the day that they want, and then that's a chaos. If it's an organized chaos, I'm all happy for that, because I've been a player, and it's very necessary to have. When you need wild moment. When you need to go and get lost in a mountain for 2 days, go and do it. When you need to spend time with your family or wife, do it. Not a problem. But I think we should know at least if you're going to be coming or not.
Is it important to have different characters in the squad?
Yeah.
You don't want 20 clones.
No. And I think ideally, those characters have to make each other better, and they have to be cohesive characters. But yeah, you need people that are really competitive. Some people that they are sometimes a little bit more selfish, very wind-driven. Others that are really modest. Others that are passengers. You need all kinds of characters, but you need the balance.
When you sign a player, it's easy to see what they can do on the pitch. But how do you find out? Is it talking to other people you know that might know those players to judge that character?
I think it's a small world. I think we know each other pretty well, and through 3 or 4 contacts, you manage to get normally pretty good information about the player.
Do you ask the players to say, can you be like this in the dressing room, for example, or do you have to get the right personality? You can't condition it. Like, do you say to someone like Ramsdale, go in and be loud and be aggressive?
I think no. You have to be yourself. You have a character, and you have to be genuine, and you have to go there and do and behave how you are, and that's it. We will determine whether we believe that that character is going to fit our environment, but you have to let people be who they are. I'm not here to mold anybody's character, that's for sure.
One more over here.
Mikel, you've been asked a lot about the documentary. It's so interesting. But do you feel that you're living two seasons simultaneously? This one is actually happening last season as well.
Well, obviously, we all knew that it was coming in this time, and that was going to be part of it. We had to be prepared, so we cannot expect to be on cameras for a year and then get that out, and nobody's talking about it. They are going to be talking about it, but me here, I want to talk about what is happening right now and about football, because we already see that people will have their opinions with what they see.
Are you enjoying it?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I know what happened, so for me, it's not a secret.
But you come across, especially when you're in the dressing room, waving light bulbs around. That's a side of you that we would never see otherwise. You're very straight-laced in the interviews, which we don't particularly enjoy them. So we are seeing a side of you. Presumably you're looking at that person as well and going, making it interesting.
That person is there in that moment, in that context, when he's feeling what he's feeling, and that's it. And a camera was there to capture that, and this is who we are when we are in that environment.